Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between SangKeon, spawning as the blue Protoss player over here on the north side of Blistering Sand, against ArgOs Zenith spawning over here as the purple Zerg over here on the south side. This shoutcast and commentary is sponsored by LU Computers. Go ahead and check out their website for StarCraft 2 tested computers on their homepage. There's a link on the top right hand side. Now, I had told ArgOs Zenith about all the complaints recently that really his macro play, and people really do, I really respect ArgOs Zenith's macro play, but a lot of players just didn't understand why I was casting this game. So I told ArgOs Zenith that he needs to redeem himself. He needs to send me a decent replay of him. So he decided to send me this particular game. Hopefully it lives up to it. I have not seen it, and we'll see what he decides to go for. Now we have SangKeon, but I'm just going to try to call Protoss and Zerg. Protoss now moving out with this early probe. Peppy the probe gonna go ahead and do some scouting, gonna go ahead and run into Daisy. Oh, Daisy is hiding herself or itself over here, so not gonna be revealed. And this drone hiding back over here is gonna be a very interesting strategy. We're gonna see ArgOs now continuing to mine. We do not see any sort of spawning pool just quite yet, so the Protoss player are gonna most likely come back up, try to see where exactly, and see if there is enough for a hatchery. Now looking around, doesn't see that one unit yet, and now gonna go ahead and turn in and grow up to a hatchery. So ArgOs Zenith getting a hatchery before that spawning pool, so that is gonna be a very hard this is going to be a hard expansion attempt, as opposed to getting any sort of spine crawlers, any sort of drones. So this is going to be fairly difficult, as now we have SangKeon getting a very early gateway. We do also have the early assimilator, so we are not going to be opening into any sort of 2-gate push. Lucky for ArgOs Zenith. Now a spawning pool most likely going to be placed over here. I'm not quite sure why he wanted to place that spawning pool over here, but you know what, he wasn't really trying to hide his tech anyways. Back over here now, oh, we have a double pylon. Oh my gosh, wow. So SangKeon doing a double pylon drop over here, and what this is gonna stop is it's gonna stop any spine crawlers from being able to move on down this ramp. So with no spine crawlers, and now a forge being laid down. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I don't know, this is a very interesting cheese play already. You can see the smile on, or you can hear the smile on my face, as now we have a forge double pylon being placed down, and with now that spawning pool not yet quite done, this is going to be very devastating. But ArgOs Zenith deciding to cancel this hatchery. And now we see a cannon now being canceled as well. So that cannon has been canceled. And wow, this is going to be interesting. Did Peppy get a kill? No, Peppy did not get a kill there, as now we have 2 drones versus 2 probes over here. But this one cannon, this is going to be a very interesting strategy, but we have a proxy hatchery. Okay, so ArgOs Zenith now going for a proxy hatchery instead of his cannons, instead of trying to build a hatchery over here, as a cannon now being built on this front door. So drones now being moved over, and we may get spine crawlers being built on the backside. And yeah, SangKeon does not know about the proxy hatchery. Probe now moving out, gonna go ahead and do a little bit of scouting, and dropping a pylon over here, most likely to hide his own tech. It will not see the creep for quite some time. This is going to be a crazy game, as we already have 1 zealot hiding here, Cybernetics core, and a gateway now being built. 1 photon cannon being put away on that backside, so very nicely done. That photon cannon very well positioned, and now another overlord coming on in. Will not be able to see that pylon over there. But will ArgOs Zenith, yeah, ArgOs Zenith now sees that pylon, and now we see this probe most likely going to come in and sees the hatchery. Hatchery going to be nearly completed, and now SangKeon going to respond. Not exactly sure, perhaps putting a cannon here, but that creep already moving out, and a queen coming in, so we may get a queen rush with those creep tumors. And now we do have this overlord and a zealot moving back over to try to handle that. We do have a roach warren being laid down as well, so the roach warren means that there are going to be roaches in this bait. Queen now coming out. Queen will be coming out soon. Another larva should be coming out in just a moment as well, and cannons need to really be placed here. Out comes a roach, so roach trying to use that creep speed, and now kiting across all of these units. A cannon now being laid down, and now roach just doing a great job playing ring around the hatchery to try to take down these zealots over here. So 2 roaches taking down 3 or 4 zealots now coming in, and now we have a queen coming in, so that queen gonna go ahead and use that spawn larva and continue to push. And now 1 roach down to 41 hit points, now pulling back, doing a great job, and continuing to do great damage over here. This queen down to 58 damage, now pulling away, but needs to take down this hatchery. And now we have a spine crawler being laid down over here. Are we going to take down this 1 photon cannon? Photon cannon is not going to get taken down, and now down goes that 1 zealot. But now that photon cannon will be able to start shooting at this hatchery. queen that does have plenty of energy, and more roaches are going to be coming out. Spine crawler now being trained on up as well. Spine crawler, they need to come back here, and now going to go ahead and get a little bit of engagement here. Roaches now coming out. Spine crawler nearing completion. And this spine crawler, I do not know the range of that spine crawler. Oh, that stalker down to 2 hit points and able to escape there, and now pulling back. So now we have 2 roaches continuing to try to push, perhaps to now start dealing damage towards those probes. And now we another stalker coming in over here. Spine crawler sitting over here. This proxy hatchery down to 433 hit points. And not exactly sure what this is going to really do. Perhaps the spine crawler should try to take down these destructible rocks. The range not quite enough over there, as the photon cannon still sitting off over here. Roaches continuing to pressure over here, perhaps trying to take down this stalker. Stalker very down to 20 hit points. He will get taken down. Oh, just outside of that range. There we go. And now that stalker continuing to fight army size. Both sides sitting at the same size army, but it's 4 roaches versus 2 stalkers. And now broodlings coming out after that one larva has been taken down over there. So now these Zerg cocoons still producing more and more units. Roaches going after these, after the sentry over here, and another overlord now getting taken down. Roaches going after the harvester count, and now we have 19 harvesters compared to 22. So those roaches doing a great job slowing down the economy of SangKeon, the Protoss player, desperately hurting now. And wow, one of those photon cannons have been taking down. Spine crawler, however, going to start bleeding as that creep is going to start to recede. That spine crawler not within range to really deal any damage, and that spine crawler is starting to fight back against that stalker there. But that spine crawler is going to take damage unless that it is going to be on creep back over here. The roach army has been taken care of. So one spine crawler there. Does the spine crawler bleed when there it is. The spine crawler now taking damage because it is off of creep. Most likely should try to destroy these backdoor rocks and create another entrance into the main base. In comes that stalker. No, stalker not coming in. Zealots gonna perhaps come in, and now in comes this whole entire fight here. Stalker now fighting back and forth, and down goes that one stalker, or sorry, that one spine crawler there. But very, very nice, very, very interesting opening to say the least, as ArgOs Zenith now moving out with this overlord is now at tier 2. I do not see any Hydralisk Den or any other. Oh no, we do have a Spire being built over here. Spire almost looks like a spine crawler because it has such a small footprint. And now a Nexus continuing to try to get more and more units. So a very interesting opening. Now SangKeon sitting at a very large army at 1,075 over 350 harvester count. However, ArgOs Zenith significant, or well, a little bit stronger at 700 or 800 versus 500 units. And now we have creep tumors finally moving out. These spine crawlers should be able to get into position. However, now this back door is going to be pressured. Most likely, no, Protoss player not pressuring this back door. Not quite sure why. He's got to believe that he has a pretty strong economy. He's already taking down an early hatchery, that proxy hatchery, and now perhaps going to try to move on in. No, yeah, SangKeon probably going to move back over here, try to take down this back door, and also setting up a proxy pylon. No, not engaging. So wow, SangKeon not engaging, and I think that is going to be a very, very a very large amount of pain to be dealt to the Protoss player, just because he is not trying to even up this food count. Zerglings now clearing out that back door for themselves and trying to get another way out. Spinecrawler can probably move himself up to here and take down these 2 pylons and that forge. And by taking down those 2 sets of buildings, he will get significant. He will be able to deal significant damage towards the economy of SangKeon, because SangKeon cannot really spare these 2 extra pylons. So now that Spinecrawler is starting to slash its way at that. Sorry, the Spinecrawler now slashing its way at that pylon. Pylon will get taken down, and now we have Mutalisk coming on in. So the Mutalisk now doing a bit of harassment, gonna be able to take down this Nexus over here, doing a little bit of that Muta micro. The Mutalisk do not nearly stack as well in StarCraft 2 as StarCraft 1. Down over here, the pylon's now gonna get taken down. Zerglings will be able to overrun that very, very soon. Mutalisk continuing to move back and forth. Perhaps should try to take down this pylon over here, clear down this back door. Now once again re-engaging on that Nexus. The Stalkers only deal 10 damage per attack against those Mutalisks, because those Mutalisks are not armored units. So I'm going to be able to come in, seize this pylon here. Going to try to take it out. The pylon's going to have no real issue. And now this forge and that photon cannon once again going to be destroyed there. So another pylon taken down, and the Protoss is now food locked at 67 over 60, and now going to lose this center. And there's another pylon as well, so is now supply locked at 67 over 52. More pylons being built, and now Phoenix, or we have a Phoenix now coming out as well. So, oh, sorry, not Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix is now coming out, so those Phoenix is only 2, and what was with trying to destroy some of his own probes to get that third Phoenix out. He was what? How did that happen? 68 over 60. Why did he shoot down? Not quite sure why he shot it down. Another pylon got destroyed there. That's why. So he wanted to get one more Phoenix and then get that starting to get trained up, or get that trained up. So that Phoenix sitting at 45 food, or 45 units a time, should be able to complete. We have a sentry coming in as well. We'll be able to drop down that Guardian shield, so those Mutalisks will not be dealing nearly as much damage, as it reduces a lot of the damage even off of that that chain. ArgOs Zenith sitting with a drone over here activating this Zelnaga watchtower. For some reason we do not see this photon cannon getting taken out yet, as Zerg is now pressuring on this backdoor. So Zerglings do a great job pressuring this backdoor as Mutalisk continue to push on in. But wow, Phoenix is doing a great job just continuing to pressure all of these Mutalisks. This Mutalisk now continuing to just fly and trying to deal some sort of damage, trying to get something done. Army-wise, both sides fairly even, 2,400 versus 25, and another pylon over here. So this pylon going to get taken down, and then followed by this photon cannon. So trying to stay within that range there. Phoenix is pulling back, trying to engage. Phoenixes are faster, and now are they going to start? Yeah, they're going to start moonwalking or Phoenix walking, and able to just deal damage towards those Mutalisks, moving around and still able to attack there. So it would be even interesting to see those Phoenixes graviton beam a Zergling just to zap it and kill it very quickly. So just army combinations, we have 13 Mutalisks and 54 Zerglings, and now the Mutalisks perhaps will be able to take down this pylon. If this pylon goes down, these 3 buildings will lose production there. So 2 gateways now taken down, as those Mutalisks continuing to try to get that splash damage off, and now another Phoenix able to do 20 damage per attack there. So those Phoenixes dealing significant damage towards these Mutalisks. Mutalisks trying to pull away, and now able to get within that 3 splash distance instead of that 4. So it's really a battle of micro. 2 of those Phoenixes down to 26 and 22 hit points. But more Phoenixes now being trained on up. We do not have the weapons upgrade, and now Mutalisks coming in, but those Mutalisks are very, very low on hit points. Phoenix is able to get a little bit more splash in, able to get more damage, but 2 more Phoenixes getting taken down. So half of the DPS now gone, as those Phoenixes just playing back and forth, trying to take down those Mutalisks. Mutalisks now going after some of those other units. Stalkers now coming in onto the ground. More Stalkers being able to come in over here. With those Zerglings not pressuring for some reason on these destructible rocks, those Zerglings should be able to just run on in and simply destroy all of those units very soon and very easily. Stay tuned for part 2 of this replay between ArgOs Zenith and SangKeon, the Protoss player, here on Blistering Sands.